Greg, tell me about the field we're in today. When did you plant it, and what do you have here?
This field of corn was planted about the second week in March. We planted a population of about 35,000 kernels to the acre out here.
And it seems like you had some pretty good rain this season.
This year we did have decent rain. We had really good weather, had a good growing season. The growing season was, during the corn growing season, was not terribly hot, which helped, even though it's turned off really hot now, you know, but it's been a decent growing season.
The corn we're looking at over here, can you tell me specifically where this will be going? People may not have any idea about the harvest and where it ends up from Georgia and South Georgia.
Most of the corn in South Georgia goes for chicken feed. We harvest, of course it's still got moisture, so we carry it into our dryer right now and dry the corn down to 15.5% moisture to be delivered to a feed mill is where, and most of it around this area goes for chicken feed.
Can you tell us about input cost? I'm hearing a lot about that, especially with the big beautiful bill that came out of Washington and things that have been popping politically. How does that impact you with the cost?
Well, of course, as you know, input costs right now are still extremely high. It's really hard to break even. We really need better prices. Corn right now is just under $4 on September trade, so that's not paying, too many, not helping to feed the family a lot.
You're also heavily involved with the soybeans that are grown in South Georgia. A lot of people don't even think about the soybeans that come from this part of the country. That's very important also to the U.S. population and to our economy.
Yeah, soybeans this year we've seen just in Seminole County, we've seen an increase in the acres of soybeans and pretty much all over the state, because soybeans is one of the crops that you don't have as many input costs, so they're a lot more economical to grow. Just like this field we're standing in here, we're going to come back and plant ultra late soybeans behind this corn.
If you had to do it over again, would you plant corn? Would you plant soybeans, or would you do something differently?
We would plant corn. We have a rotation we have to keep up. There's a certain amount of corn we're going to plant every year, and corn, peanuts, cotton, and soybeans. So we just keep that rotation going every year.
Does Georgia have an advantage over some other states like Florida, for instance, when it comes to climate, the rainfall, soil?
Down in southwest Georgia, we're very fortunate to have the Floridan Aquifer, which is an abundant water supply, so we're blessed with it. And I've always said, you can go pretty much 50 miles and 50-mile radius of Seminole County, and there's about any crop grown that you can pretty much find. So we're very fortunate to live in this area, to be able to grow the crops that we grow.
I know you're heavily involved in Farm Bureau and the Seminole County Farm Bureau president. Why is Farm Bureau so important to agriculture in the state of Georgia?
Farm Bureau is very important to agriculture because they have lobbyists in Atlanta that help to get certain laws, the bills passed for us, and on past that, going on to Washington, just have that voice, just to keep letting Washington and Atlanta know, agriculture is alive and well, and it's very, very important to have that voice for us to be able to survive.
You said agriculture is alive and well. Look into the future. If you would make a prediction 5-10 years, what does it look like here in the state?
In our state, in the state of Georgia, right now, we need some help to get better prices and help to lessen the input cost. That's what it's going to take for the farmer to survive.
Thank you for letting us come out here today.
I appreciate you very much for coming to visit.
Corn looks great.
Thank you, sir.